What's up guys, Dark here and welcome to my Excel tutorial. Today guys I will teach you how to autofill, flash fill and data validation. These three is a very helpful tools. They're going to help you with the speed of your project and it's going to help your fingers too. It's going to save your fingers. Okay, so let's start with the autofill. Autofill function is basically just this little green dot right here. If you type 1 and 2 and click this and go down, as you can see it fills it with the same logic that you apply to there. If you say 2 and 3, let's see what happens. It's going to increment by 1 up to 13. But if you say, let's say 1 and 3, what's going to do is basically just increase by 2. But if you say 1, 3 and 4, it's going to not find any value and it's going to increment by this much. Now, as you can see, this is a very nice tool, but there is more. There's more you can do. Let's say we're going to make a formula out of this. Let's make the formula equal sign, click, plus, click, plus, click. Alright, so this is the 4. Now we can extend this formula down there. We could use two ways. One, just go to the path and click and then Ctrl and D, or just drag it like we did before with the other thing. Alright, this is autofill. It's very good. As you can see guys, the shortcut is Ctrl D. And now let's move with the flash fill. Flash fill is a very nice feature that Excel has. Flash fill allows you to type any same text. It's basically a suggestion on steroids. So if you type, let's say home game, next thing you type, let's say try to type home, H it's a home, G it's a game, P it's a play. Though there is a one thing, let's say play store. If you type P, it doesn't say anything. If you say play, say anything. If you say S, it's not gonna say Play Store because it's more of a complete word and he doesn't know how to complete it. That's one of the downsides. The second downside is if there is an empty box on top of what you're trying to type. Let's try to type right now again. It doesn't work because there is an empty space on top of it, and empty space is basically separation of groups. So basically, let's say it's a gnome, goblin. So this would be a first group, this would be a second group. So if I try to type here a game, it's gonna type game. If I type here a goblin, it's gonna say goblin, gnome, gnome. But if I try to type game, nothing happens. If I try to type here a gnome, it's gonna do it because there is nothing separating from this group. If I say right now a gnome, on the bottom I can say play store or all because there is nothing separating. There is a way to make sure the separation doesn't happen even if the project is already filled with something. Alright, so let's try to do something like this. Name, occupation, salary. Let's go like this. Name is John, Mary, and maybe Peter with some David. Occupation, let's say John is an IT, Mary is a web developer, Peter is a design, maybe not design, let's say front end, and David is a back end. Now, we might have people like here that we want to type like Cody, Barry, and we want to give them something like maybe this guy is a IT2, this guy is a backend. And as we can see, it just flash fills this because there is no separation. But there is another way to fill this without the need of repeating yourself. So I'm gonna show you guys first how to do the flash fill IT in frontend, and I want to repeat IT and frontend down here. So all you have to do is hit the spacebar and hit the spacebar again. When we're trying to type IT, there we go. Now there is a backend. Now we can say frontend or backend. It doesn't matter, it just flash fills everything. You just hit the spacebar, that's all you have to do. And if you want to prepare the project, you just space. As you can see, we have space here in this cube. Okay, paste. Literally everything has a space now. Say front, and go down here, front. Okay, that's how you bypass the restriction on the flash fill, although it works only on columns, not the rows. Now I'm gonna show you guys about the data validation, which is a very nice feature if you want to do something like occupation sorting. So data validation is one of the very nice features that Excel has. We're going to use the list item for this. It's very good for the, let's say, occupation or the something that you need the list for. It's very nice. Let's go with the IT, frontend and backend. Okay, so you basically just mark where you need this data validation to be, either mark or either just mark one and then just spread them around. I'm going to basically mark all where I want the data validation to be. I'm gonna go ahead and choose the list, and I'm going to type out IT and separate it with the comma. IT, front end, comma, back end, comma, and that's it. I don't even need comma, I just click OK, and as you can see, everything has it. Now if I delete them, because it doesn't have to be the field in, you can basically have the empty one, and the data validation applies to the boxes, not the things that you type inside the boxes. And as you can see, it doesn't match the restrictions. Alright, you can scroll down and choose whatever you want. IT, front end, back end, IT, and there we go. If you want to continue this data validation, just scroll back and you can change whatever you want, wherever you want, add how many you want, it doesn't really matter. Leave your comments down below, suggestions of what you want to see more. I will see you guys in the next one.